Thank you for tuning in to the My Positive Perspective Internet Show today, where we feature individuals and groups who share the common goal of benefiting the local Charleston community. Today's episode is brought to you by Vistaprint, who reminds you that first impressions are always important. Joining me on today's episode is Brian Shirley. So how you doing, Brian?
Doing good. How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing good. And we had you on a couple of times for season 2.
Yeah.
We're now in season 3, a different production room.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of liking the changes.
I like it. I've seen it. I've watched a couple of the episodes of the season, and really looks good. I like the background. I like the format. You know.
Sure. Thanks. Well, I know some time has passed since you've been on for season 2 of my show. What kind of new projects are you working on?
Well, I'm continuing on with what we were talking about last time, the gatekeeper thing. Still trying to become my own, and as a result of that, I've got 2 web series now that I've been filming, and you've been in a lot of the first one, Behind the Scenes at Connecticut Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's a web series where you get to see what goes on at our radio station, the things that you don't hear or see, on air, which you can't see, but the things that you can't hear on air. I show you what goes on, before and after all that stuff. And Jason, I filmed some
how I produce my show, my radio show, how I book my guests, those types of things. Yeah.
So most of it has been the BTS radio show and My Positive Perspective. Although I do have some sit and spin, a little bit from those guys, a little bit from the right wing Dixie Chicks, and I think that's about all I've done so far. It's me doing it myself, editing and everything. And that is so it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm up to 19 of those, and still shooting them, but not as much because it just got busy. Like I have a second series now, which I was telling you about. It's called BTS on the Road, and it follows me on the road as a touring comedian. And as we're speaking right now, folks, number 5 from Naples, Florida. I just did some shows in Naples. Just got back. Literally, I've been in town not even 48 hours. Right now, that video is downloading to YouTube, BTS on the Road number 5, as we're doing this interview. So y'all get it right off the press, although,
Yeah, hot off the press like that, yeah.
Exactly.
How was the audience in Florida? Did you enjoy performing in front of them?
I got to tell you, it was 4 shows down there. First show sold out. Then we had a couple of light shows in between because it's really, it's in downtown Naples, Florida, right on the marina. I stayed in a boat, folks. And it's a little bitty club. It's about a 55-seater club, And the last show, it was almost packed. So great crowd, the whole time, just fantastic crowds. And
good.
That's rare. And I'm not saying that comedy clubs, you don't get good crowds all the time, but usually if you're there for more than 3 or 4 days, excuse me, one of the crowds is going to suck. That's just the odd, especially if you're there a week. There's a quote from Steve Martin, by the way, and it's the reason I stopped doing comedy was second show Friday nights because you just it's gonna happen. You get the tired, drunk, cranky, whatever you want to call it, audience. But this week, wow, man, it was, and I didn't even think about it. That's what the beautiful thing is, because usually if you're there for any long length of time, you're looking at the other comedian going, man, I hope, we got one more show. I hope it's not the sucky one because we've had good shows all week. So that was great. It was all, and then I was having so much fun on the other, during the day, just sitting at the marina or walking around. And it's a beautiful area. I've never been to Naples.
Yeah.
And that's the theory behind this new BTS on the Road is bringing the people with me physically on the road, and you get to see what it is like to be a road comic. And I try to squeeze all that in. I compact it in. It's about a 12-minute, 13-minute video.
Wow. Well, I think that's really cool how you kind of allow your audience more of an interactive role and seeing not just you perform, but all that goes into the performances that you are able to conduct.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's that's excellent, man. It really is. So we want to remind everybody out there that Brian's BTS radio show is on Wednesdays, Kinetic High 5 from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm right after him from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern with My Positive Perspective Radio.
And you've got 2 hours now.
I got 2 hours now. Yeah.
Last time we spoke on this show, you were 6 to 7. Now you've expanded that other hour.
Yeah, well, I figured you had the show for 2 hours, and then right after me is Ben Jam and Toy with Love Ben Adventure Bound.
Right.
He's on from 8 to 10. And I was like, what am I going to be on for 1 hour? I mean, may as well fill in that extra hour.
Plus, you're there.
I'm there.
So why not?
Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing, if I may,
sure.
Jason. Another expanding thing that I've done since we talked last is I'm on another radio show every week.
Okay.
And it's called Will Roberts' Weekly Telegram.
Okay.
So, folks, on the BTS radio show, you won't get a lot of politics. But that's where I do them, is on Will Roberts' Weekly Telegram. Pros and cons. I'm the conservative, and I go at it against the liberal.
Wow.
Will's the moderate.
Okay.
And balances it out. So that's been fun for about 6 months now. I've been doing that. Writing a column, truth be told, which is a companion. It's Will Roberts' Weekly Telegram and magazine. So, and I got to do that interview today or tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Oh, right.
Once a week.
That. Yeah. Certainly. Well, thank you all for tuning into My Positive Perspective, and have a great day.
On a sunny day, I feel my thoughts drift away. Only good vibes and good times living in my brain. On a sunny day, catch me lamping in the shade, feeling so fine and so high. Oh, my sunny day, still I hope all my efforts will one day pan out. But love within you'll never be without. So I roll, feeling strong and so invincible.